Let's go. Go, go.
Even under the lights of championship gold, Dricus Du Plessis hasn't changed his roots. As UFC 319 nears, the South African middleweight is back at the CIT Performance Institute in Pretoria, surrounded by high-altitude air, old-school grit, and the iron will of his team. Unlike many champions who jet off to glossy camps in Vegas or Dubai, Du Plessis remains fiercely loyal to his base training at elevation, with a crew that has built him from the ground up. His recent camp footage shows a laser-focused Du Plessis grinding through altitude conditioning, explosive pad work, and long sparring rounds in a gym where windows fog and sweat stains mark the walls. For this fight, there's no luxury, only legacy. The belt wasn't the goal, he recently said in Afrikaans on a local podcast. The goal is to dominate a division, and with Chimaev's storm on the horizon, Du Plessis is starting from the one place Chimaev cannot control: home terrain, discipline, and deep-rooted belief. Inside the humid walls of the CIT gym, Dricus Du Plessis is perfecting what he calls controlled chaos. Every mid-session with head coach Mort Visser is a brutal test of timing and range, not just to sharpen his offense, but to prepare for the unpredictable surges of Chimaev. Footage reveals a relentless striking tempo, heavy on angled hooks, knees in the clinch, and explosive level changes, built specifically to disrupt a wrestler's rhythm. Unlike previous camps, there's less emphasis on aesthetics, more on violence in small windows. He's repeatedly drilling sprawl to counter right hook sequences, anticipating Chimaev's trademark bull rushes. His cardio looks terrifying, throwing 5-punch combinations in the pocket while still moving his head off the center line. You can't give Khamzat time, Visser says off camera, but you can steal his air. That's the philosophy here. Suffocate the storm before it lands. Dricus knows exactly where the war with Chimaev will try to go, to the canvas. That's why this camp has dialed up anti-wrestling intensity like never before. The mats at CIT gym are soaked in sweat from daily live wrestling rounds, many starting with Du Plessis in compromised positions on his back, against the cage, or already halfway into a takedown sprawl. What's clear in recent footage is how low his center of gravity has become, a sign of hours spent drilling double underhooks, cage pivots, and hip whizzers. His team brought in heavier, Dagestani-style grapplers, mimicking Khamzat's chain wrestling sequences in real time. But the difference? Dricus doesn't just defend, he counterattacks with elbows, standing guillotines, and vicious knee frames the moment he breaks free. It's less JIU-JITSU, more street fight in feel, and that's exactly what he believes will unravel Khamzat's dominance.
Striking, they want you to go be on the short bus like Dricus. They want you to ride the short bus. The man looks like he has Down syndrome, all right? I'm sorry, I don't fight that way. I'm an intelligent man. I'm an intelligent man sometimes, not really. I like to use the brain, but if the people want it, if the judges want it, if fans want it, we're just gonna go in there and put them hands up and, you know, give it to them. Not like that. Not like that, guys. You got them covered, but we're gonna give it to them.
What stands out this camp is the brutality in Dricus' striking repetitions. Every session includes a ground and pound sequence on pads, not just for cardio, but to simulate finishing Khamzat from dominant positions. You can see his team drilling short elbows from half guard, fake passes into hammer fists, and vicious body head combos that mimic the chaos of a real scramble. Coach Visser isn't holding back with the mitts either, feeding Du Plessis a mix of high guard slipping drills and sharp knees from the clinch. There's an intensity here that mirrors what Israel Adesanya once called controlled savagery. It's not pretty, but it's calculated chaos. And with Chimaev's known vulnerability to mid-fight fatigue, Du Plessis is clearly prepping to weaponize pace, pain, and pressure, not just points. The engine behind Du Plessis' war-ready cardio, forged far from the spotlight, in the heart of Pretoria's high-altitude circuits and resistance-heavy gym work. This isn't casual conditioning. We're talking hill sprints with a weight vest, dragging 100 kilograms sleds under African heat, and chaining explosive med ball slams with full-body sprawls. Every movement screams functionality designed for explosiveness in transitions, balance under pressure, and the kind of leg endurance that doesn't fade under Khamzat's relentless grappling. You'll notice a lot of banded resistance drills in his recent uploads too, especially mimicking punching from compromised angles, hinting that Du Plessis is preparing for wild scrambles and forced off-balance shots. It's not flashy, but it's brutal and purpose-built. For Dricus, surviving isn't the goal breaking Chimaev is.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect, fab. I like it.
That's not there. If we go there, then
here there is shoulder, and there is also a
see, I feel safe.
With the UFC 319 showdown nearing, Dricus Du Plessis has added a new layer of intensity to his sessions, blending relentless wrestling scrambles with controlled cage pressure drills. In recent footage, his transitions from double leg entries to high crotch lifts show a deliberate focus on neutralizing Chimaev's clinch dominance. Du Plessis' pad work reveals a tighter rear hand defense and sharper hip torque on the right cross, indicating a readiness to trade if needed. He's also putting more rounds into cage-cutting sequences, simulating the smothering pace that Chimaev typically unleashes in round one. With elite training partners flown in from Europe and an unusually quiet media presence around his camp, it's clear that Du Plessis is keeping strategy close to the chest. Every movement looks like it's been tailored for Khamzat and only Khamzat. On the other hand, Khamzat is also training hard for that fight. Both men are sharpening their blades in silence, but only one will leave the T-Mobile Arena with gold and a new chapter carved into the middleweight legacy. For Chimaev, this is about domination and destiny. For Du Plessis, it's validation and war. As UFC 319 draws near, the tension isn't just about who's more dangerous, it's about who's more prepared for 5 rounds of chaos. Stay tuned, because we'll be back soon with the full fight breakdown, legacy stakes, and expert predictions as the clock winds down toward fight night.